Say, man, it's a TED Talk with Nick, man. I was just about to go into what y'all be eating, man. Really just not only what you eat, what you intaking. You know, I know I talk about this stuff plenty of times, but you know, this is what I preach, so I'm gonna keep preaching the same message in different ways, and sometimes touching back on things in the same exact way till y'all get it. But what you eating, all right? You want to put life in your body. You want to put life in your body, all right? How you gonna put something dead in your body and say that it's giving you energy, that it's helping you live? You know, we gotta eat to live. We gotta consume and turn things into energy. But what are you inputting, which would in turn mean what you're outputting on a psychological level, on a physical level, you know, all that stuff. What you're intaking, all that affects your body, right? So you got to be aware of that, right? So meat, when you eat this meat, these animals that they are feeding GMO food, you know, grass that they're putting chemicals in for these animals to consume so they can grow faster and bigger. Not only that, they're actually injecting them with these same GMO chemicals and whatnot, right? So they inject them with these chemicals, eating sweet potato fries, that cause them to grow faster, but it also creates a lot of sickness within the animal, right? The animal is going through a lot of stress. They're releasing so many stress hormones. It's going through a lot of sickness, right? Because they're getting all these antibiotics pumped into them, all these growth hormones pumped into them. And what you don't know about an antibiotic, you know, we hear the word antibiotic and we think, oh, well, that's just to help with the disease and stuff. But no, actually, the meaning antibiotic, bio means life, anti-life. Okay, that's what an antibiotic is. It kills everything. It doesn't just go in and kill the bad cells or, you know, the bad viruses of whatever you receive an antibiotic for, because as humans we get those from the hospital too. But no, it kills everything. It kills, say you got 100 out of 1,000 cells are bad, the other 900 are good. But what an antibiotic does, it just wipes it all out. Okay, so they have no real immunity to anything. So once you give them an antibiotic, they gotta keep taking the antibiotic. You know what I'm saying? So it's breaking down their whole system. Their body's going through so much stress. They're getting sick. They're getting pumped with growth hormones that create so much just bacteria and pus in the meat itself. And we eat it talking about it's juicy. Like, what? All right, where is the juices coming from? You tell me. But it's not water. Anyway, but the point of the story, or the moral of the story, is put life into your body. Stop eating dead things, okay? And it's not gonna be an overnight thing, of course, but make the changes. You know, for me, I stopped eating pork in like high school though. Like I stopped messing with pork a while ago. And then I cut out like beef, like burgers and stuff. You know, that's like the second step. Then I eventually cut out chicken, and then eventually fish. Okay, and fish is not really bad. You just can't have too much of it. You know, like salmon is actually a really good fish. But I just cut it out altogether because, based on my personal research studies, the podcast and people that I follow, I came to the conclusion that you should really just stick to as much of a raw electrical food based diet, you know, like an alkaline based food uh, diet. So your fruits, you know, your juices, things that come from the ground, you know, and from the trees. Uh, so that's what I try to stick to. Of course, nobody's perfect. Like, it's okay to have a cheat day. Like, it's okay to, you know, step out and have some. I still don't eat meat at all, or fish, or like dairy, or nothing like that. But I'm saying, like, I might eat some vegan. Like, we might go. It's a vegan place. They sell like vegan cakes and stuff. They make cakes and stuff with like no eggs and no milk and stuff. So that's like a cheat for us, because it's like, all right, it's not raw fruits and vegetables and stuff, but it's something to satisfy our human nature, I'd say. But outside of that, outside of the food though, I'm gonna go back to that. But outside of the food, just anything you intake, really, you wanna, whatever you put in yourself manifests, right? So if you put all those chemicals and stuff in your body, excuse me, when you eat and stuff, right? That's gonna manifest, right? You're gonna be mentally ill. You're gonna be physically ill, right? So whatever you intake will manifest, right? So what kind of music are you listening to? What things are you watching? What are you taking in, right? Okay, so there's some water. Because that's what manifests in your life, right? So you go listen to some depressing music, you feel depressed. If you go listen to some uplifting, upbeat music, like you say you're at the club, right? They put on a lit song, you lit, right? So you have to be intentional with it though. Don't wake up early in the morning playing some music talking about killing somebody, right? Like, that's not a good way to start your day. That's not a good, way to listen. That's really not something you should listen to at all. But just think about that. What you're watching. Many people do not know, since we were kids. Like, I was born in 2001, so like, if we were born between like 90, like late 90s to like 2000, 2001, maybe 2002. Pretty much you grew up like on the same cartoons, movies, and stuff like that, same superheroes. All that stuff was indoctrination. All that stuff was propaganda. All that stuff was mind control, right? So they show you all the superheroes is white, right? Most of us were fed Christianity. Everything is brainwashing, right? And they gave us these black shows that pictured us as what we believe to be the culture, right? They give us these celebrities that we believe to be part of the culture, when some things were never even part of the culture until they did. But we really believe we're our own person. Like you don't really realize how much of a follower you are until you stop doing it, Like, you really think you're making your own decision. You really think you like this brand. You really think you want to go do these things. But really, like, everything you know is given to you. Like, everything you've known since you were born was given to you. There's nothing you know. I don't want to speak for everybody, but there's nothing you know that wasn't told to you. Like, how much of us really wake up every day and get our own knowledge, right? Not from a television, like, or even from a book. Like sometimes most of the stuff that I know it, so I go research it so I can know more. You know what I'm saying? Like thoughts will just come to my head. All right. And this is how, damn, I'm about to go into a spiritual conversation now, but this is how you know we are spiritual beings, right? And we literally can gain information by taking care of ourselves and seeking that certain information, or sometimes not even seeking it, just having thoughts. Like use your imagination to think about things, and you will see that you start to like connect dots like on your own, like stuff that people don't even that the average person would have to go read about or be told about to know. Okay, like I can be sitting somewhere and just think of something like, damn, that's so crazy. Like think back on a past memory or a past movie I watched or something, and just like, damn, like that's really what that was talking about. And then I'll go seek knowledge on it. I'll go find a book on it, or I'll go find a video on it, right? And then it's like, damn, like I was just saying, it's like I was just talking about this. Like that's really how it be for me, because one, I'm a very intuitive person, so like I just pick up on things very easily. Okay, I've always been like a fast learner. Like I've just always been that way, and I always used to say that when I was young, but I didn't understand anything on a spiritual note, you know. Um, but everybody has these capabilities, right? You just have to tap in. You need to cut out all the nonsense, all the brainwashing that you're participating in, you know, and you don't really know you're participating into it until you become aware of it. Um, the Super Bowl was just yesterday. Like, it's a lot of stuff that goes on these TV screens, on these music awards, these concerts, even down to the kids shows, the stuff you let your kids watch. Most people don't even know that the word Nickelodeon is Latin for I don't believe in God. But you can go look that up yourself. Just type in Nickelodeon, like Nickelodeon without the N. They added the N, but Nickelodeon, put it in Google Translate. It's going to show you. It says, I don't believe in God. Half of the stuff we watch is Satan worship. But Satan worship means they just want to keep you here. They want to keep you bound to your human nature, your animalistic nature, your savage nature, your evil nature. They don't want you to live. That's why the word evil backwards is live. They want you to be backwards. They want you to be in the upside down world, right? That's essentially what we're all living in. Because this world is just messed up, man. So, but we can rise, right? We can rise up out of this. You can ascend spiritually, mentally, and physically. Because again, we are spiritual beings, but we just don't know it, right? I can walk into a room and be unfazed, untouched, just because my energy is that strong. Like people just, I've always like, people just don't even bother me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I noticed since I was a kid growing up, like I was never like the other kids. Like I was never that tough ass, wanna be thug type of kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I won't say wanna be because some people come from different backgrounds. I came from a rough background, so I understand. But again, like I feel like one, I just had so much purpose. I feel like my purpose here is to give these type of messages. But like even in school, like the kids who would like, there's obviously kids who would get like picked on and stuff, and you would think I'd be the type of kid, cause like, but no, I always kind of fit in with everybody without acting like everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always myself, but nobody ever messed with me. Like I was always cool with any group of people. But I was always the type of person to preach, like, to be on a love type of frequency, you know, and to, like, I never hate hate nobody. I never judge nobody. Because I understood. Like, I've been through so many things in my life that I could picture myself in everybody's perspective at all times. And I think that just comes from me being very intuitive and empathetic. Just my personality. But again, I always carry good energy, so it's like people fuck with that, and it's, excuse my language, but people mess with that. Okay, so what I was trying to get at though is be yourself. Like, be yourself. Like, a lot of us care too much about what other people think, and that may be a big reason why people don't want to make the changes, because they feel like they gotta fit in. Like, nah, that's not cool. I can't even make that change about myself, because then somebody gonna look at me weird, ask why I'm doing this, or yada yada yada. Like why do we think like that? Like, why is it's more cool to try to be cool instead of cool to be yourself. But anyway, let me get back on track. I was talking about what we intake. A lot of the stuff we watch is brainwashing. We don't even know it. And I could sit here and tell you this, and you still won't like believe it or begin to even fathom what I'm talking about. If you're one of those people, you're probably brainwashed. Stop, please. Stop. 11. Yo. Stop. Get down. If you're one of those people who like are just like, bro, what is he talking about? You're probably one of those people. Okay. But yeah. Anyway, make those changes. But to get back on the food, okay? When you're born, your gut is the first thing that develops, right? Because your umbilical cord is connected to your mother. Like, that's the first part of your body that forms. That's literally your first brain. Okay, so when you say you got a gut feeling, stop. 11. What is wrong with you? Stop. Damn. Anyway. Your gut is the first part of your body that grows when you're in the womb. Okay? And literally everything develops from that. Your brain developed from your gut, your primitive gut. P-R-I means prime, that means first gut, your first mind. Like, that's the first part of your body that developed. That is the most important part. Because whatever you put in there makes the rest of this function. And people don't understand that. Like, you think this makes this function. But no, it starts on a cellular level. Like, you can't use this if you're not fueling it right. It's like you can't use your car if you're not putting the right fuel in it. Okay, so you can't even begin to use your mind till its full potential. You think you're using it to your full potential because that's all you know. It's like being stuck in a box, right? And you think this is the world, but that's only because you've never seen anything outside the box. But once you realize you're in a box, then you realize, damn, like, I was in a box the whole time. And then you try to go back in and tell the other people they're in a box, and they don't believe you because they're like, bruh, what are you talking about? Like, this is life. This is all we got. But man, you can't even begin to use your mind to its other capabilities because you're not feeding it the right things. You're still eating fast food. You're still eating processed food. You're still eating fake food. Like at that, like half of the meat don't even be real. Anyway, but like, and some people may have the argument that, well, all the fruits and stuff is bad for you too. They be growing them and herbicides and all this stuff. And it's like it's like saying, like, are you gonna choose between like if you got completely purified water and you got like some clean water but it hasn't been purified, it's like maybe sink water, right? And then you got like some dookie water, some toilet water, right? And it's like you can't have the completely alkaline version of the water, right? Because you don't have access to it. But you left with these two. Which one are you gonna choose? This one will let you tap in. This one will wake you up. This one will provide you with more life. But you know, this one got more flavor, better taste. It got better smell, but it's obviously some shitty water. Which one are you gonna choose? You know, but that may be some people's argument, and it's just like, still make the better choice. Like if I go to the grocery store, like I'm usually just in the produce section. Like I don't even really walk through the aisles because if it's in a bag or it's in a bottle or if it's been prepackaged, it's like more than likely it's not a live food. It's probably some processed food, you know. So really, when you go shopping, you really don't need to leave the produce section. All your fruit and vegetables right there. So just wash your fruit. I do water with a little bit of baking soda, vinegar. That'll rinse all your fruit off. Make sure you like rinse it good. I mean, like give it a little. Don't just rinse it, but like put your food in a tub or a little bowl. Wash it off a little bit, and you'll see like you actually can get most of the things that is on your fruits and vegetables. Really, you should be washing your fruits and vegetables anyway. Like, if you don't do that already, then that's good. But you should be doing that, all right? Getting all that stuff off of it. Also, when you go get apples, you can tell the difference between organic apples and unorganic apples. One, it should say it. Two, the shiny gloss that you see on apples. Organic apples don't have that gloss on it, right? So that stuff that they put on it is, I don't know why they put it on there, but it just make the apple look shiny and attractable, more attracting to customers, I guess. But yeah, that's one note. Also, anything that has a 9 on it, like on the little sticker with the number, if it's a 9 in front of it, you also know it's organic. If it's a 4, it's not. But even then, the stuff that is unorganic, all that means is like it was sprayed with like pesticides or something like that. Like it's usually something like that. It's not like it's just like a fake piece of fruit. You know what I'm saying? So still go with the better option of eating your fruits and your vegetables, more so your fruits, because your fruits provide you with all the nutrients that you need, the H3O2, right? Or yeah, H3O two that your body needs. You know, most of us think that we need water. I'm gonna try to start drinking a gallon of water a day. Really, that's not doing you justice. It's just flushing your body of all the nutrients that you actually need, because water has no nutrients in it. Most of the water that you buy, if it's purified, it has synthetic nutrients added to it. Okay, so your body can only do it so much with that, and it's synthetic anyway. So why would you want that? Spring water is the better way to go. But then again, Like, it still doesn't provide you with everything your body needs, right? So when you eating your fruits is so important, because the juice and the water that's in your fruits, it has a whole different molecular structure, right? And it's called H3O2. This is what your body actually needs, right? Because even when you drink regular water, your body is trying to produce H3O, right? They say our bodies is like 70% water. It's not H2O. It's not that type of water that you think it is. It's H3O. It's the same juice fruits, uh, same type of water that comes from your fruits, and your body is able to break that down and utilize it to keep you hydrated, right? So, that's really more important, even more important than your vegetables. Fruit is very important. It has fructose in it, which is a natural sugar, unlike glucose and all your processed sugars, processed sugar cane and white sugar and stuff like that. Fructose bypasses the pancreas because, again, it's H3O. The sugar that is in your fruit is already in that molecular structure that your body needs to break it down. So it doesn't have to go through your pancreas to be broken down to where, or built up to where your body can utilize it for energy, right? So that's why that's so important. So like your coconut water, cucumber, melons, like those are the most hydrating fruits you can eat, right? And then I would say berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. Those are high in antioxidants. That stuff is going to keep you from getting sick, right? So those things build up your immunity, right? So berries are very good for you. Of course, vitamin C. I would say like I think a grapefruit a day keeps your blood pressure low. So like citrus is good for your blood pressure. So maybe eat an orange a day or every other day, or grapefruit every other day, because those things are very acidic. I mean, it's very citric. Oh yeah, acidic, same thing. So you don't want to do that too much, because you do want to keep your body alkaline. You do not want your body to become too acidic, right? But nevertheless, your body's going to balance that out anyway, because you're, again, taking in that H3O, which is the perfect alkaline balance of water that your body needs. So your body's going to neutralize itself anyway. But yeah, that's why it's very important, man. Like, think about what you're eating. It's your gut health is so important. Again, everything in your body starts from your gut. Like what you eat, you are what you eat. Like, if you're eating foods that clogs up your arteries and in your bloodstreams, what do you think that's doing to your brain? You got arteries and bloodstreams that go up to your brain. So if you're clogging that up, your mind's going to be foggy. Like, you're going to start to develop dementia or just all types of sickness and disease. And it's going to start out as emotional like issues, or like stuff that's just going on with you don't understand. Okay, that's because you're slowly killing yourself. Right? And you might be feeling depressed, anxious. You might have crazy anxiety. Like, you can't go nowhere without smoking. Even when you smoke, you still anxious as hell. Like, but you gotta always try to find a way to escape. Like, you need a vape, you need to smoke some, you need to take some type of drug, you need to drink to escape from your reality that you've created for yourself, though. You know what I'm saying? So it really start with self-love. Self-love is the key. Love is the key to everything. First of all, like, love is like, it's the neutral, it's the middle chakra. Like, you balance yourself out with love, right? Gratitude, appreciation. Love yourself. You can't change anything outside of yourself until you start within. So whether you're having issues with relationships, issues with work, money, any of that stuff, once you start to love yourself, all of those things will fix themselves, because what now you'll have dealt with yourself, you'll have healed yourself, you'll have given yourself a clearer mind to be able to start dealing with your emotions, right? And learning how to communicate better, not only with other people, but with yourself, how to give yourself positive affirmation, positive thoughts, positive outlook on your own life, right? And speak to yourself in a kind way, and tell yourself that you love, like, I love you, bro. Like, just tell yourself that, right? And then you'll be able to have better relationships outside of yourself, because now you have this new understanding of life. You know, it's like, damn, I was fucked up, but like I know what it takes now. I know what was wrong with me. I know exactly how to make myself better, and even so that even if I go back into those states, I know what I need to do. Um I know how to fast. I know how to put the right foods in my body to clear my mind, right? I know how to meditate. I know how to um isolate and really love on myself to get myself back to where I need to be. Um so now when you look at somebody else, you can't help but see yourself in them, right? You know what, you see them high all the time. You see their facial expressions, their body language, and all you can help but do is look at them and envision yourself and see your old self. Like, damn, that was me a couple weeks, a couple months ago, but I did the work, so now I can really help them and really know what I'm talking about, instead of just giving advice like, oh yeah, you need to break up with someone, or you need to like, no. Now I can really help them. I can tell them like, hey bro, I see you going through this and that. Have you ever thought about like healing yourself? Like, yeah, I know you got baby mama issues, you got you stressing about this and that, but like, have you thought about like yourself? Like, have you dealt with your own mental issues, right? And I got people that I talk to, and it's the same thing. Like, they have an outside world, they having issues outside themselves, right? But it's like, bro, have you loved yourself yet, right? Because that's really where it starts. We be trying to give people advice, but nobody ever tell you like, nah, bro, like, let's not go out and drink. Like, that's not what you need. Nah, put the blunt down for right now. Like, love yourself, bro. Know yourself. Okay? So this is why this stuff is so important. But yeah, that's all I got. It's a little over 30 minutes. I'm about to end this, but I hope y'all get the message. Of course, y'all gonna hear from me again, cause this all I'm gonna be pushing, man. This all I want to push is to help people get better, and awaken to who you are. Like, know yourself. Know yourself. Okay.